In every person's life, there come moments of destiny, when dreams are nurtured by distant memories and a firm belief in the future. For Jack, the early days marked by hardships and the reminiscence of his grandfather, whose legacy ignited in him an unyielding will to live, became the driving force to overcome all obstacles. From simple phone calls and scheduled health checkups to modest transactions at the market and heartfelt conversations with his family, all these moments are interwoven with his aspiration to launch a construction and business company, a dream fueled not only by ambition, but also by love and passion. Jack never forgot the advice of his grandfather, a revered master in construction in their humble hometown. On cool, tranquil afternoons under the fading glow of the setting sun, Jack would listen intently as his mother recounted stories of his grandfather, tales of projects built with sweat, perseverance, and unwavering faith. Before he passed away, he told me that every brick and every foundation is not just a material object, but the embodiment of the builder's soul, his mother would say, her voice resonating with both pride and sorrow. Those cherished memories became a beacon that illuminated Jack's path. Even when reality imposed harsh challenges, he remained steadfast in his resolve to carry on the family legacy. In his heart, the dream of starting his own company was not merely a business venture. It was a promise to his ancestors, a tribute to timeless values passed down through generations. Day after day, Jack grappled with difficult decisions. On one rainy morning, as gentle raindrops tapped on the eaves, he received a call from a clinic, a place where appointments were scheduled meticulously, serving as a reminder of life's fragility amid the bustle of modern demands. "Hello, I'd like to book the earliest possible health checkup," came the voice over the phone, laced with both worry and hope. An appointment was swiftly arranged, Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock, a rare window in his hectic schedule. Yet, the challenges were not confined to the clinic. At the market, Jack witnessed the struggles of vendors determined to eke out a living. He observed small parcels and simple meals sold for mere thousands of dong. A humble kohlrabi salad, enticingly described as follows: 5,000 dong per bowl, with a few fresh vegetables added. This dish captures the true flavor of life. For Jack, these exchanges were more than mere commerce. They were vivid illustrations of perseverance and the belief that even in hardship, every small effort holds deep meaning. This realization only strengthened his determination to build a company that not only yielded profit, but also embodied heartfelt passion and integrity. After years of tireless work in construction and market trading, Jack gradually realized that his accumulated funds were insufficient to realize his grand dream, a company of his own. "My dear, if you want to embark on this venture, you must have substantial capital. But don't worry, I will always be by your side. Even if it means selling some of what we have," his mother reassured him, her voice a mix of concern and love. Many of Jack's conversations with his mother revolved around financial worries. There were moments when he recalled phone calls with business partners or meetings with lawyers, where everything boiled down to cold, hard numbers. Yet those very numbers also symbolized hope and resolve. In one conversation with his steadfast partner, Tien, who was not only a friend, but also a great source of encouragement, Jack confided, "I've thoroughly researched the projects and the risks involved. Even if my capital is lacking, I will seek investors and borrow funds. I truly believe that this dream cannot be extinguished." Amid these exchanges, even when challenges arose, Jack's unwavering focus on the future shone through. Every tentative step forward was a promise of a better tomorrow, built on the foundation of relentless determination. Jack's life was enriched not only by his work, but also by the close bonds he shared with family and friends. Heartwarming meetings and intimate meals with his mother and loved ones often helped him dispel the tension of a long, laborious day. One rainy afternoon, while the soft patter of raindrops created a soothing backdrop, his mother reminded him, "No matter how tough things get, family is always your safe haven. Remember your grandfather's words and never forget to cherish those around you. Such words were like a tonic to Jack's weary spirit. In those moments, the image of Tien, the kind, hard-working woman who continually lifted his spirits, glowed brightly in his mind. Together, they shared both joys and sorrows, pooling their strengths to overcome financial hardships and nurturing a shared dream of success. In these sincere conversations, Jack felt not only his mother's concern, but also the collective warmth of a small community of supporters, all of whom rallied behind him on his challenging entrepreneurial path. This unwavering familial love became the source of his growing confidence that no matter what lay ahead, the comfort of home and kinship would always be there. Amid all life's ups and downs, the memory of his grandfather remained an eternal flame in Jack's heart. Every time he faced difficulties or faltered before a financial or strategic challenge, he recalled those treasured moments with his grandfather, the simple yet profound lessons that had guided him through life. His grandfather had once said, "Build not only with bricks, but with heart and faith. Every structure is a story, and every brick is a piece of memory." Those words had left an indelible mark on Jack. Standing before the old house where his grandfather once worked, he could almost feel the presence of the past merging with his future. Each memory acted like an invisible brick, laying the groundwork for his entrepreneurial dream. Likewise, the bustling market, with its earnest vendors and humble yet flavorful dishes like the kohlrabi salad, served as a constant reminder of simplicity and authenticity. Though simple, every meal was imbued with pride and the relentless spirit of hardworking people. This conviction bolstered Jack's belief that success depended not only on money, but also on sincerity and a genuine love for one's craft. As time passed, Jack's startup journey grew ever more challenging. Lengthy meetings with investors, tense negotiations with lawyers and partners, each moment tested his resolve and intellect. There is no easy path, Jack would remind himself in moments of fatigue. If I do not dare to take risks, my grandfather's dream will remain nothing more than a fading memory. With every small victory, he recalled the encouragement of his mother and Tien. Always have faith in yourself. No matter how rough the road, the love and support of those around you will help you overcome any obstacle. One day, after an exhausting meeting, Jack found himself gazing out the window as rain drummed on the glass. He remembered the earlier phone conversations and promises, the reminder of a scheduled health checkup in the early morning, a gentle prompt that no matter how busy work became, one's health must never be neglected. In that quiet moment, as he envisioned a day when the rain would give way to clear skies and fresh air, Jack resolved that he would not let current hardships block his dreams. He would find ways to secure more capital, rally investors, and build a company that not only generated profits, but also carried a message of integrity and heartfelt passion. In the midst of financial constraints and professional challenges, Jack slowly came to realize that success was about much more than wealth or fame. It was about holding on to faith, persistence, and the power of love. Meetings with old friends, heartfelt encouragement from his mother and Tien, and warm conversations over shared meals all became priceless sources of strength. He recalled his mother's gentle reminder, "No matter what happens, family and love are always there to support you." As each day passed, Jack began to envision a future where his efforts would culminate not just in a thriving company, but in the creation of a community, a family of supporters, united in sharing joys and sorrows alike. He pictured a day when he could construct not only a building of striking architecture, but also one imbued with soul. A structure where every brick held a story, every detail resonated with cherished memories, and every corner pulsed with passion. This edifice would stand as a testament to the power of love, unity, and an unyielding dream. Jack's entrepreneurial journey is more than just a tale of overcoming obstacles, securing funds, or negotiating deals. It is a story of deep family ties, the enduring legacy of his grandfather, and an unshakable belief in himself. In every phone call, every scheduled health checkup, and every small market transaction, Jack felt the warmth and support of those who cared for him. Each word of encouragement, every shared moment, was like a brick laid in the foundation of his dream, a promise not just for himself, but for all who had believed in him on this challenging path. Day after day, despite the storms and moments of despair, Jack pressed on with determination. He knew that as long as he nurtured his faith and embraced the love around him, no obstacle would be insurmountable. And one day, his dream of launching his own company would come to fruition, just as the heavy rain eventually gave way to clear, bright skies filled with hope. Though the road ahead remains challenging, armed with passion and fortified by family support, he is destined to find the light that guides him forward. And as his grandfather once promised, every brick in the edifice of life is not merely a material block, but a vessel for dreams, memories, and the essence of the human spirit. Have you ever wondered what happens when the dream of a happy family is suddenly threatened by an invisible illness? When love must confront days filled not just with roses but also with tears, would you choose to let go or hold on tighter? The story of Jack and Tien isn't a perfect fairy tale. It's a raw, real journey where love is tested by pains not everyone dares to face. Step into their world to feel, to understand, and to see that sometimes happiness isn't the destination, but the way we overcome adversity together. Jack is a young, talented, and ambitious man. He carries within him a burning desire to build a solid career as a CEO. Currently, Jack is pouring all his heart and soul into establishing a new company, a project that is not only challenging, but also promises great achievements in the future. With an engineering degree and years of accumulated experience, Jack has proven himself to be a determined man, always ready to tackle difficulties to reach his goals. Beside Jack is Tien, his girlfriend, a beautiful, gentle girl with a tumultuous past. Tien grew up in a complicated family situation, enduring many hardships from a young age. Her life has never been easy, and now she faces an even greater challenge: polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, a condition that severely impacts her fertility. For Tien, the dream of a happy family with Jack seems to slip further away as she discovers this illness. Jack's family background and career. Jack was born into a relatively well-off family, where he has always received unconditional love and support from his mother. Jack's mother is not only his emotional anchor, but also his companion in life's major decisions. When Jack decided to start his new company, he received her approval and encouragement, even though it meant sacrificing a significant portion of the family's assets. To secure the capital needed to sustain the company in its early stages, Jack made a tough decision: to sell one of the two houses his family owns. In a conversation with his mother, Jack shared, "I'll have to sell a house out there, Mom. Honestly, it's such a pity, but well, we'll keep striving for a better future." This decision was far from easy, as it wasn't just a financial matter. It was tied to family memories and sentimental value. However, Jack understood that to build a brighter future, not just for himself, but also for Tien, he had to make this sacrifice. He sought help from lawyer Hong, a trusted friend, to handle the legal paperwork and find a buyer for the house. With Huang's assistance, all the documents related to starting the company and selling the house were swiftly resolved, allowing Jack to focus on his plans ahead. Tien's story and her illness. Tien is a girl who carries many scars from her past. She grew up in an incomplete family, enduring tough days that not everyone can fully comprehend. Whenever she talks about her family, Tien often becomes emotional, as seen in a conversation when she listened to a moving story and broke into tears, longing for her loved ones. She told Jack, "The girl in that story feels so much like me. I miss my family so much." Now, as she stands by Jack's side and dreams of building a family together, Tien faces a devastating blow. She's been diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS. This condition causes her menstrual cycles to be irregular, disrupts her hormones, and reduces her ovulation, a common cause of infertility in women. Tien confided to the doctor, "My periods have never really been regular. They keep shifting dates, and when they come, I often get stomach pains." This discovery plunged Tien into worry and confusion. For someone who has always dreamed of having children, the illness feels like a wall blocking her path. Yet, instead of sinking into despair, Tien found a glimmer of hope through Jack's unwavering support. Jack's love and support. Jack isn't just a capable CEO in his professional life. He's also an exceptional man in love. Upon learning about Tien's condition, he didn't hesitate or turn away. Instead, Jack became her companion, her brotherly figure, and above all, her greatest source of encouragement. He took the initiative to schedule a doctor's appointment for Tien, accompanied her to the hospital, and stayed by her side during her toughest moments. In a conversation with his mother, Jack said, "I'll take Tien tomorrow morning because we've talked about it so many times, and she hasn't gone yet." Jack's care goes beyond words. He took time away from his hectic schedule to visit Tien at her farm, bringing along a dish of grilled nem rolls he thought she'd enjoy. He comforted her when she cried over her family and urged her to stay positive. "I know you're thinking a lot, but try to live more optimistically. I believe that one day, your loved ones might come back to find you." Jack's love for Tien is unconditional. He doesn't see her illness as a barrier, but as a challenge they must face together. This is evident in his words to her. "I love you so much. Maybe God brought me to you to protect a girl who's been through so much hardship like you." The treatment process and hope. After taking Tien to the doctor, Jack and she received the diagnosis. Tien has polycystic ovary syndrome. The doctor explained, "This condition causes irregular periods, hormonal imbalances, and reduced ovulation. However, PCOS doesn't mean you can't get pregnant. With the right treatment plan, you can conceive again." The doctor's reassurance brought Jack and Tien a ray of hope. Though the treatment process isn't simple, potentially lasting from 6 months to a year, involving regular medication, menstrual cycle monitoring, and frequent health checkups, they were both determined to see it through together. Jack told the doctor, "Please prescribe the best treatment plan for my girlfriend so she can start recovering as soon as possible." Jack's perseverance and faith bolstered Tien's strength. Though anxious about natural conception, she felt reassured knowing modern science offers solutions like intrauterine insemination or in vitro fertilization. With Jack by her side, Tien no longer felt alone on this journey. Challenges and difficulties. Despite the hope, the road ahead for Jack and Tien is far from smooth. For Tien, PCOS brings both physical and emotional struggles. She must strictly follow the treatment regimen, endure menstrual pain, and grapple with the psychological pressure of her fertility concerns. Meanwhile, Jack juggles his demanding work, starting a company, selling a house, securing funds, while caring for Tien. At times, they both feel exhausted. Jack sacrifices personal time to be with Tien, while she occasionally slips into sadness, missing her family and worrying about her health. Yet, these hardships only bind them closer. They're not just lovers, they're teammates, fighting together for a brighter future. Sacrifice and true love. Jack and Tien's love transcends sweet words or romantic gestures. It's built on a foundation of sacrifice and mutual support. Jack willingly sold a family house, a cherished asset, to fund his company, not just for his career, but also to create a home for Tien. He invests his time, effort, and emotions to help her through her darkest days. In return, Tien deeply appreciates and is grateful for Jack. She told him, "I really want to say thank you so much. You've always been there for me, loving me unconditionally, no matter how I am." Their sacrifices aren't just grand acts, but also small daily moments. Jack bringing food for Tien, rolling them for her to eat, or Tien striving to stay upbeat to ease his worries. Their love proves the saying. True love isn't about finding a perfect person, but learning to love their imperfections. Jack and Tien's story is more than a love tale. It's a lesson in perseverance, hope, and trust. They faced fertility challenges together, overcame financial and emotional struggles, and healed past wounds. Through it all, they showed that true love can conquer any obstacle with sacrifice and companionship. The message this story imparts is, cherish and love those around you, especially when they need you most. Life isn't always easy, but with love and support, we can surmount any challenge. Jack and Tien aren't just a couple. They're a symbol of hope, proof that no matter how harsh life gets, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Have you ever stood at the edge of a decision that could redefine your life? What would you do if you found yourself at a crossroads, where every choice carried the weight of hope, heartbreak, and the unknown? Would you cling to the comfort of the past, or would you step boldly into a future you can't yet see? In a heartfelt dialogue between Tien and Jack, we are invited into a world where love, sacrifice, and resilience collide, offering a mirror to our own struggles and dreams. Their story unfolds in a quiet village, a place where life moves with the rhythm of the seasons. Yet beneath its simplicity lies a profound narrative of human connection and the courage to face life's uncertainties. A snapshot of their journey. The dialogue begins with Tien's cheerful greeting, setting a tone of warmth and optimism. She and Jack, her steadfast partner, share a moment by a familiar water spring, a spot Jack visits when life's challenges weigh heavily on him. As they talk, we learn of Tien's recent medical diagnosis, a condition that threatens her dream of motherhood, and Jack's unwavering support in the face of this news. Their conversation shifts from personal struggles to shared dreams, punctuated by Jack's reflections on a road stretching into the distance, a metaphor for life's unpredictability. Meanwhile, Jack's mother, a pillar of familial love, prepares a meal and offers Tien a pair of earrings, symbolizing acceptance and hope. The narrative takes a bittersweet turn as Jack reveals his decision to sell the family home, a place rich with memories, to fund his new business venture. Through marketplace chatter, a broken scooter, and a visit from potential buyers, the dialogue paints a vivid picture of a community intertwined with their lives, culminating in a poignant farewell to the house and a promise of new beginnings. The heart of the characters. Tien emerges as a woman of quiet strength and vulnerability. Her diagnosis of polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, casts a shadow over her longing to become a mother, yet she refuses to let despair define her. Her gratitude toward Jack and his mother reveals a deep appreciation for the support she receives, while her willingness to face the uncertain road ahead showcases her resilience. Tien's interactions, at the market with Jack's mother or during the house sale, highlight her adaptability and her desire to contribute, even as she navigates her health challenges. Jack, in contrast, is a man of action and introspection. His habit of retreating to the spring during tough times reflects a contemplative side, while his decision to sell the family home demonstrates his pragmatic resolve. Jack's love for Tien is palpable in his reassurances and promises to stand by her. Yet his internal conflict over the house reveals the emotional toll of his choices. His ambition to start a company underscores a forward-thinking spirit, tempered by a reluctance to burden Tien with his worries. Jack's mother serves as the emotional anchor of the story. Her warmth shines through in her cooking, her gift of earrings, and her concern for Tien's health. She embodies the wisdom of experience, encouraging Tien to rest and reassuring Jack that his decisions, though painful, are steps toward a brighter future. Her encounter with a helpful stranger when her scooter breaks down further illustrates her reliance on community, a trait she passes on to her son and Tien. Is sacrificing a home for a dream worth it? Selling a family home is not just a financial transaction. It is a deeply emotional decision that can shape the future. When Jack decided to sell his cherished home to fund his business venture, it was not merely about financial stability, but about pursuing a dream. However, one must ask, is it truly worth sacrificing a place filled with memories for an uncertain future? Jack had spent years building his home, carefully designing every detail, from the wooden interiors to the lush garden outside. This house was not just a structure. It was a place where love, ambition, and struggles had intertwined. Yet, despite his attachment, Jack knew that in order to build something greater, sacrifices had to be made. The weight of responsibility. Jack was not alone in this decision. His mother, a pillar of wisdom and strength, had her own reservations. She had watched her son grow within these walls, had seen him thrive, struggle, and ultimately make a name for himself. The thought of letting go was painful, yet she understood that sometimes to build a future, one must let go of the past. Meanwhile, Tien saw beyond the bricks and mortar. She recognized Jack's turmoil, but reassured him that home is not merely a place, but the people who create warmth within it. She remained supportive, even as Jack wrestled with the weight of his decision. The unexpected gift. As Jack battled his emotions, a surprise arrived. His mother's special gift for Tien, a delicate pair of earrings, symbolizing her acceptance and love for Tien, showcased the bond that had formed between them. It was a small yet profound gesture, indicating that despite changes in their living situation, their connection as a family remained unbreakable. Letting go and moving forward. The sale of the house was inevitable. Jack met with potential buyers, explaining every detail of the home with pride, even as he felt a pang of sadness. The buyers, impressed by its beauty, were eager to finalize the deal. While the home was leaving Jack's hands, his dreams were finally within reach. Tien, ever the optimist, reminded Jack that while physical spaces change, love and memories remain. Together, they envisioned a new home, one built not on foundations of wood and stone, but on mutual support and shared aspirations. The emotional struggle, letting go of the past, is never easy. As Jack walked through the empty halls of his soon-to-be sold home, he recalled the countless memories created within these walls. The late-night conversations, the shared laughter, and even the arguments, all were imprinted in every corner of the house. He wondered if he was making the right decision, but deep down, he knew that holding on to something out of nostalgia could hold him back. His mother, sensing his internal battle, reassured him. A home is not about walls. It's about the people who live in it. No matter where you go, you will always carry our love with you. These words struck a chord in Jack's heart. He realized that change, while painful, was necessary for growth. With renewed determination, he embraced the future, knowing that the love and support of his family would always be his true foundation. So, is sacrificing a home for a dream worth it? The answer lies in one's priorities. For Jack, the decision was painful yet necessary. He understood that the walls of a house do not define his success or happiness. His perseverance does. In the end, home is not just a place. It is the people we choose to share our journey with. What do you think? Would you give up something precious for a chance at something greater? A wedding is not just a significant milestone in a person's life, but also a ceremony rich in Vietnamese cultural traditions. Each step of the wedding process carries deep meaning, symbolizing love, commitment, and the bond between two families. 1. Dam NGO, the initial proposal. Dam NGO is the first step in the marriage journey. The groom's family visits the bride's family, bringing betel leaves and Erica nuts as a token of sincerity, officially expressing their wish for the marriage. This occasion serves as an introduction between the two families and marks the first promise of a lasting union. 2. ANHOI, the engagement ceremony. The engagement ceremony, known as Lun Hoi, is a crucial ritual confirming the union between the two families. The groom's family presents offerings such as betel nuts, traditional wedding cakes, tea, and wine to the bride's family. Each item holds symbolic significance. Betel nuts represent everlasting love, while wedding cakes signify marital happiness. Acceptance of these gifts by the bride's family signifies their approval of the marriage. 3. Ruach Dao, the bride procession. On the wedding day, the groom, accompanied by his family and friends, arrives at the bride's house with wedding gifts to escort her to his home. Dressed in a traditional ao dai, the bride steps out shyly yet radiantly. Before leaving her family home, the couple performs a ceremony in front of the ancestral altar, expressing gratitude to their ancestors and seeking blessings for a harmonious married life. 4. Tanhan, the wedding ceremony. At the groom's house, the official wedding ceremony takes place in a warm and solemn atmosphere. The couple offers incense at the ancestral altar, officially becoming husband and wife in the presence of their families and relatives. Following the traditional rituals, a joyful wedding feast is held, where guests celebrate and wish the newlyweds a lifetime of happiness and prosperity. A traditional Vietnamese wedding is not just a celebration of love, but also a sacred connection between two families. The solemn rituals, emotional moments, and cultural essence all come together to create an unforgettable memory, preserving the beauty of Vietnam's heritage for generations to come. Love is more than words. Jack and Lai Tu Tien's story is not just a romantic love tale, but also a lesson in commitment and responsibility. As they shared, love is not just about moments of happiness, but about standing together through hardships. This shows that marriage is not a destination, but a long journey requiring continuous effort. The journey from love to marriage. Romantic moments. Before the proposal, Jack and Lai Tu Tien created beautiful memories together through charity work. They not only shared their love with each other, but also extended it to the community. Their efforts in selecting warm clothes and blankets for poor children and the elderly not only demonstrated their kindness, but also laid a strong foundation for their relationship. The emotional proposal. The moment Jack knelt down to propose to Lai Tu Tien under the soft glow of lights was the pinnacle of sincere love. His words, "I can't imagine life without you. Will you walk this journey with me?" were not just a promise, but a declaration of love and responsibility. Lai Tu Tien's tears of joy showed her complete trust and readiness to commit to Jack. Wedding preparations. The support of family and friends. The meaning behind the preparations. Jack and Lai Tu Tien personally decorated their wedding with the help of family and friends. This was not just a simple task, but a way to cherish every moment of their special day. Each flower and every glowing light held deep meaning, serving as a reminder of their journey together. The bond between two families. A wedding is not just a joyous occasion for the couple, but also a bridge between two families. Jack's mother's blessing, in which she spoke about her son's growth and expressed gratitude to Lai Tu Tien, highlighted that marriage is about harmonizing two generations and cultures. The wedding ceremony, vows and commitment. A cozy farm setting. The ceremony took place on a farm, their everyday sanctuary, symbolizing simplicity and sincerity. Lai Tu Tien, in a simple white dress, and Jack, in a sharp suit, proved that happiness does not require extravagance but stems from the harmony of two souls. The vows, a connection from the heart. Their vows were not just promises of a bright future, but commitments to stand by each other through all circumstances. Their words resonated with sincerity, affirming that love and responsibility would be the guiding forces in their long journey ahead, emphasizing that marriage requires an awareness of responsibility, not just momentary emotions. The wedding reception, where hearts connect. A warm atmosphere. The outdoor reception, filled with laughter and twinkling lights, became a space where past and present intertwined. Stories about Jack, Tien, and their friends completed the picture of their love. A mother's blessing, a bridge between generations. One of the most touching moments was when Jack's mother stood up to bless the couple. She spoke about her son's maturity and thanked Tien for bringing joy to their family. This emphasized the philosophy. Marriage is not just the union of two people, but also the harmony of two families. Private moments. The power of silence. After the reception, Jack and Tien sat together under the starry sky. Words were unnecessary because their presence alone spoke volumes. This moment reflected a truth. When two people love deeply, words become secondary. Just having each other is the clearest affirmation of their will to overcome all challenges. The philosophy of marriage, from theory to practice. Modern marriage, balancing emotion and reason. Through Jack and Tien's story, we see that marriage today is not just about romantic love, but also requires mindfulness. As they shared, a marriage certificate is proof of unity, a willingness to walk hand in hand on a long journey. This contradicts the notion that marriage is a safe haven, and instead portrays it as a process of continuous effort. Comparison with traditional perspectives. In the past, marriage was often arranged by families, whereas today, it is a voluntary union of two individuals. However, this story shows that regardless of the era, the core values remain responsibility and trust, which sustain love over time. Marriage, a journey of patience and hope. Jack and Tien's wedding ended with them holding hands and looking toward the future. This symbolizes the courage to face the unknown, despite its inevitable hardships. Their story reminds us that marriage is not magic, but the result of continuous effort. As Tien said, "When we have each other, everything becomes much easier." In life, there are relationships that seem to be woven from invisible threads of destiny. They meet not by chance, but as if fulfilling a promise from a past life. Jack and Tien in this story are no exception. Two people from different worlds, drawn into the whirlwind of love, power, and unsolved mysteries. Through each line of dialogue, a vivid picture emerges of the struggle between heart and mind, between the desire for freedom and the weight of destiny. Can their love be strong enough to overcome the barriers fate has set, or are they merely pawns in the grand scheme of the universe? The love between Jack and Tien is not the kind that burns fiercely at first sight. It is a slow-burning flame, nurtured through the simplest moments. From cleaning the farm together, preparing for Tet, to cooking by the fire, they find harmony in every small action. Jack, a kind-hearted man who quietly takes care of Tien, doesn't hesitate to carry bags of fruit, fix the kitchen, or set off fireworks on New Year's Eve just to see her smile. Meanwhile, Tien, a strong yet lonely woman, finds in Jack the warmth she has never received from her family. Simple dialogues like Tien, "Are you tired?" Asterisk, or "Let me help you with that," asterisk are not just ordinary words of concern. They are pieces of understanding, where two hearts learn to open up after years of being closed off. When Tien confesses, "I just hope you'll always be healthy and stay by my side," asterisk, it's not just a declaration of love, but also a plea for a peaceful future, something they both yearn for, but never dared to believe they deserved. Alongside love, Jack and Tien's story is shadowed by the machinations of power. Jack, as a boss in the company, constantly faces pressure from work and career. Conversations about stabilizing the company or returning to leadership reveal that he is not just a lover, but also a leader with responsibilities. He is torn between spending time with Tien and his obligations to the collective. Tien, though not directly involved in the world of power, is Jack's only emotional anchor. She appears as a reminder of life's true values: sincerity, simplicity, and happiness in the little things. When Jack says, "This year, I want to spend all my time at the end of the year with you," asterisk, it's a moment when he sets aside the glow of power to return to his true self, a man craving love. However, power also brings danger. The appearance of Tien, another man pursuing Tien, complicates their relationship. Tien is not just a romantic rival, but also a representative of forces seeking to control Tien. His veiled threats, like "I won't allow you to approach my lover," asterisk, expose the dark side of power, selfishness, and ambition. Throughout the story, the mysteries of Tien and Jack's past linger like a haunting shadow. Tien often mentions not having found her family and not knowing where she came from. She lives in a vague fear of a dark destiny, as she confesses, "I'm afraid my kindness will be taken advantage of." Jack, though always trying to protect her, cannot escape doubts about his own past. The detail of the large white house, where Jack once lived, and his mentions of returning to the company raise questions. Is Jack the man fate has destined to guide Tien, or is he also a victim of a larger scheme? When Tien asks, "Do you believe in fate?" Jack's answer, "I only believe in our love," feels like a challenge to destiny itself. The story of Jack and Tien ends with a big question about the future, but leaves room for hope. No matter how harsh fate may be, true love remains the only light that can pierce through the darkness. When Tien says, "I just need you by my side," and Jack replies, "I'll never leave you," they prove that destiny cannot control the human heart. As a message to the readers, be brave to love, brave to choose, and believe that no matter how cruel fate may seem, love will always find a way. Jack and Tien will forever be symbols of resilience, where two lost souls find each other, not because of fate, but because they deserve to be happy. Fate, the plaything of a universe, or the choice of humanity. The story of Jack and Tien raises a profound question. Is fate truly predetermined? Plot points like their meeting in the rain, overcoming hardships together, or even Tien's appearance can be interpreted in two ways, either as the arrangement of fate or as the result of conscious choices. When Jack decides to set off fireworks for Tien instead of focusing on work, it's a moment when he chooses love over the path society expects of him. Similarly, Tien's rejection of Tien to stay with Jack proves that she refuses to be a puppet in the hands of fate. Their actions reflect a truth. Fate may chart the course, but humans are the ones who decide their steps. Reading through the dialogues, one cannot help but be moved by the authenticity of characters. Tien is not a weak woman, but a strong one who has learned to live with loneliness. She writes, "I feel happy having Jack by my side, but I'm still afraid that one day everything will disappear. It's the fear of anyone who has been hurt. the fear that happiness is too fragile. Jack, on the other hand, embodies silent sacrifice. He doesn't speak much about love, but every action is filled with care. When he says, "I'll always protect you," it's not an empty promise, but a vow from the heart of a man who understands the value of love. From these simple yet profound conversations, we can extract valuable life lessons. These include perseverance, courage in facing difficult choices, and, most importantly, the significance of human connection, empathy, and support. Each phrase, each shared sentiment is not just a reflection of personal thoughts, but also pieces of a greater life puzzle, woven together by trust, love, and the appreciation of meaningful values. Success is not merely the result of easy steps, but rather the culmination of relentless effort, wise decisions, and genuine compassion among individuals. Furthermore, maturity is not solely defined by professional achievements, but also by the way one confronts failures, learns from past experiences, and appreciates the present. Jack's story, along with the encouragement from his family and friends, illustrates that even in moments of doubt, one must hold on to faith. Hardships may arise, but as long as we remain determined, each small step forward contributes to a brighter, more fulfilling life journey.